rudeness. See, this is why I hate having to record at home. You can hear literally everything. Sorry, I'm trying to get the computer right so I can be actually recording too. Hopefully this is loud enough. So we're gonna turn this up right here. Okay. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Dream. Welcome back to Edibles. You know what? I just realized that I have not been doing my AKAs. Like, what the fuck? Something is really wrong. Something's really off with me. Like, for the past couple of months. I don't know what's been going on. But it's your girl Dream, aka Sweet Pussy, aka Head Demon, aka what else was it? The Heathen, aka That Little Booty Bounces Back Though, aka Sacral Genie. I don't think I ever told y'all my alter ego. Sacral Genie, I don't know if you all are aware or, you know, in tune with your chakras, but your sacral chakra is your second chakra. It's located right above your navel, and it controls your sexual desires, or just your sexuality in general, your emotions, as well as your creativity. So obviously, I love to talk about sex. I love to educate about sex. I love to learn about sex. I love to have sex. So why would I not want to, you know, really embrace that chakra and really teach everyone, you know, ways that they can, you know, raise those vibrations, and, you know, just whenever that certain chakra is, you know, out of line, I want to make sure that I help you guys get it back in line. So, or align, whatever. So yes, Sacral Genie. I do have an Instagram that is called Sacral Genie. I also have an OnlyFans that is dedicated to Sacral Genie, and she just has her own social media platforms all together. So you feel me? And right now I'm wearing my bindi on my head. Now, normally when you see a bindi worn on your head, you think of the Indian culture, and you think of the third eye chakra, which is, you know, controlling your wisdom and things like that. And it's normally red, which is, you know, in replica of the third eye chakra. Normally, I would wear my orange one, but I'm out of my orange, and I thought purple was cute. So it really doesn't depend on the color. It's just more so on your purpose of wearing it. And I like to wear the orange one because the orange represents sacral. That's the color associated with your sacral chakra. So I like to be in tune with it. I like to make sure that I am, you know, whenever I'm speaking about what it is that I'm passionate about, it is coming from a purposeful place. And, you know, hey, we gonna get right on into it today, though. I ain't trying to give y'all a whole, you feel me, spiel on it, but y'all can do y'all's research, or you can follow me at Sacral Genie, you know, and y'all can just, you know, see what I'm all about. But anyway, so let's get into the episode. This week is just kind of all over the place. Like, this week has been a hell of a week. I had a wonderful weekend last weekend. I did a beautiful photo shoot with his Instagram is Dre Shot This. So DeAndre, he like hooked me the fuck up with these damn photos. I look beautiful. Even the touch-ups that he did on certain photos were so beautiful, but really they didn't even need it. His camera, his angles, just his eye is just perfect in every way. So I definitely suggest that y'all hit him up for your videos, photos, whatever the fuck you need. I'm gonna have him do some video work for me soon. We were supposed to do that, but then Corona happened and some other shit happened, but we're gonna get it popping. But yeah, so hit him up for all of your, you know, photography and videography needs and things like that. I posted those actually today. Today's Thursday. What is today's date? The 2nd. So go on to Edibles Instagram, and you can actually look at those photos, see what wonderful job he did. And yeah, so that's what I did last week. And I did the photo shoot, and then my edible anecdotes today, you guys, it's gonna be y'all gonna have to, that happened last weekend too, so we'll get into that as well. But yeah, so I had all of that going on last weekend. I was so excited for last weekend to come, for weeks to come, you know, because I had planned for this beautiful hotel that I had, you know, purchased for 2 nights or whatever. And it was going to be just a thing where it was like self-care for the weekend, which is, I still got my self-care in, so that didn't go in vain, but I still had to invite my little boo on down, you feel me, to come and kick it for me for my nightcaps, because I'll be damned if I get this sexy ass hotel and I don't do shit with it. And the hotel had a fucking balcony overlooking the city skyline. You know the fuck I was about to do that. And I've been itching. Look, I'm gonna get into that later. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. But yeah, so that happened. And then last week I was busy with school, trying to finish some stuff up for that. And then just a lot of things going on for edibles. Edibles is doing really well right now. Like, everybody, y'all, I have to thank y'all for like really sharing, liking, subscribing, telling your friends about me and stuff like that. I'm just a little old girl from Midwest, you know, from Dayton, Ohio, just living in my truth and trying to spread knowledge and trying to make sex no longer taboo, especially for women, you know. Also for, you feel me, for me, like, for just so that way I can feel comfortable. I already feel comfortable in my own skin, but I want to make sure that with me being comfortable in my own skin, that kind of helps the next person out to be comfortable as well. Because like I always say, you feel me, everybody is into different shit. Everybody's into different kinks. Everybody's into different types of people and things like that. And there's no shame in it. You know, I stand for black women. I stand for women. I stand for black people in general. I stand for the LGBTQIA plus community, because I am part of that community. So you feel me? Like, I want to make sure that everybody is being heard. I want to make sure that everybody, you feel me, has a fair share, their fair share of, yeah, just being heard, and no one judges. I mean, you can't get away from judgment, unfortunately, but you know, like, the more and more that we are educated about things, and the more and more that we understand things, the more and more, you feel me, comfortable we can all be, because everybody is like willing to hear each other out. You feel me? So I don't know if all that made sense or not. I'm a little tipsy. I done had my wine already. Y'all know I keeps me some wine. Hopefully y'all be drinking with me, unless y'all at work and shit. I'm sorry, but anyways, let's get into this episode. So what I wanted to talk about this week, is kind of trailing, kind of backtracking to what we were talking about last week with Daya B. Last week, if we're going to do a quick little recap, we kind of went over the history of BDSM. We talked about what we like kink wise. We talked about just a lot of good shit. Like, she's really fun. I really fuck with her. I'm gonna have to bring her back on the show, y'all. Cause did y'all fuck with her? I know y'all did, cause y'all was sharing the fuck out of that episode, viewing even the clips on Instagram and stuff. Like, y'all were really fucking with it. I even did a poll, and y'all said that y'all really did vibe with that episode, and I appreciate that. She was definitely dropping some great gems. And I'm just going to kind of backtrack on this episode and kind of cover those gems over. I'm going to read an article that I did find that kind of just brushes over the history of BDSM. So that way y'all can get a clearer vision, because we kind of just jumped all over the place with it. That way y'all can kind of understand where it came from. Because like she said, like we both said the last episode, BDSM is nothing that is new. And it's nothing that is weird. It's nothing that should be looked at as weird or uncommon. It's something that unfortunately is uncommon in today's society, because, you know, when you throw in, like we said last week, religion and just people who felt like they were superior than others at the time, they just felt like they had to denounce people's desires and things of that nature. So I do want to go ahead and kind of talk about it. And yeah. So, I'm reading this off of a WordPress article, but the article that I had last week, I couldn't find it anymore. I have to figure out where the fuck it is, because that's the article that really went in depth with it. But this is a great little Cliff Notes. I got only a couple of paragraphs. I am going to read the whole thing because I really want y'all to understand and things of that nature. And then I'm going to kind of give my own take on it, and kind of describe some of the kinks that I was talking about last week in a little bit greater detail, because y'all just need to know what the fuck fuck your host is into, because like I'll be into some shit, or I'll be into wanting to try some new shit. And yeah, so anyways, so normally when you think of BDSM, you think of whips and chains and submission and domination and things of that nature. You think of a dungeon sometimes, which is all true. That all has something to do with BDSM, but it's really all about the mindset. And last week we kind of talked about how them and these damn fireworks, they get on my damn nerves, y'all. They've been on my nerves. But like what we talked about last week, the sub in the situation. So if you know what the sub is, the person who is kind of giving their power to the dominant one, who will then kind of like enforce their power and inflict pain on the sub and stuff like that. So the sub is the one that truly has all the power, because they are the ones to tell you, like, okay, you're going too far. Okay, they kind of put the limitations on the whole setting as a whole. So honestly, they kind of control how the night is going to go, because if they are going to be that sweet sub and do everything that you say, that kind of alters what kind of punishments, if you give any punishments to the sub. Or they can flip it and be the brat and be very what is the word that I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about. If they're going to be the brat and be the one to not listen or to disobey, shall you speak, and then that'll determine whether or not you're going to inflict pain on them, or you're going to punish them, or whatever. So, and they also control what type of pain that they want to receive. They control the punishments and all of that kind of stuff. Because, I mean, hopefully you're doing things that are consenting. I mean, you definitely want to have that conversation beforehand if you're going to enter into that type of relationship. You want to definitely have those conversations to see, where can I go? How far can I go? What punishments do you like? What areas do you like to be hit that where it isn't pain or traumatizing or anything for you? So with any sexual experience, you want to have those conversations. However, definitely with this, they even have contracts sometimes when it comes to BDSM relationships, because I mean, I don't know if y'all have ever watched and it's such a taboo film, but 50 Shades of Grey, or read it. They even had a contract in that scenario. So you definitely want to make sure that that you are getting consent from your partner when you're engaging in BDSM activities. So in this article, I'm going to kind of just start from the second paragraph, because I don't want to read too much. It's a little lengthy, but okay. So the history of ancient Greece also includes BDSM. The ritual flagellation of men and women in Sparta, the tomb of a whipping. A room where whipping for sexual pleasure happened. The problem with the historical depictions of BDSM sex in ancient Greece is the focus on the physical act of sex. In the history of sexuality, Michael Foucault explains, in Greece, truth and sex were linked in the form of pedagogy. I don't even know what that word is. I ain't gonna lie. By the transmission of a precious knowledge from one body to another. Sex served as a medium for initiations into learning. This transmission of precious knowledge was different for each Greek couple. One couple's knowledge could just be about sex. Another couple's knowledge could be about teacher-student relationships. The student-teacher relationship was between someone older, wiser, teaching a younger being about the meaning of life. Some relationships focused on survival, like the sacred bands of Thebes. The study of sexuality and sexual practices in ancient Greece focuses too much on sex in modern sense. Historians have not focused enough on the discourse of these relationships, either for what they were on or their complexity. Okay, it's not really what I wanted to read. Where the fuck did I want to start? Oh, I wanted to talk about how it started in in Mesopotamia. So it did start in Greece, kind of as I just spoke about. And what I was talking about last week was goddess Inanna. And who goddess Inanna was, she was a woman or a goddess who wore jewels, and it was on her crown and things like that. She was just a fabulous little bitch, you feel me? That's what I like to, you feel me, consider myself, wear my little jewels, you know, be all fine and stuff, getting her dominance, you feel me? I might be her for Halloween this year. Well, we ain't gonna have no Halloween probably with this damn corona, but anyways, so basically she was just a bad bitch, okay? It says on here that she induced her followers to perform a dance for her, and as the dance intensified, Inanna whipped her followers into a sexual frenzy. So she literally whipped them and made them do sexual acts. The subsequent sexual intercourses created both pleasure and the continuation of Mesopotamia. This dance, with its moans and pleasures, could not save the fate of Mesopotamia. The ashes of the city did not destroy BDSM. The dance for the goddess was just a seed. So apparently this is what made Mesopotamia still relevant, apparently, in those times. So the article, I kind of want to touch on this really quickly as well. It says, in every culture, BDSM-like practices existed. The existences of these practices revealed the fluidity of both gender and sexuality. Victorian Britain, with the help of explorer Richard Burton, created a myth around the Indian text, the Kama Sutra. The titillating illustrations of differing sexual positions could be read merely as a sex manual, but the book is not a guide for sex, but for enlightenment, a guide for both men and women to better their lives by acquiring better understandings of themselves, their partners, and the world around them. The Kama Sutra teaches men to respect women and women to respect men, because the goal is liberation from this world. Liberation, moksha, is a complex idea, but for some, the use of BDSM in the sutra is a guide to liberate both sex and gender conformities, based on principles of communication, trust, and consent. Nevertheless, the focus of BDSM changed from being about trust and honesty to about control and sexual gratification, which, in my opinion, I feel like even though it is about sexual gratification as well as control, you still have to have trust and honesty. Obviously, you want to be honest about what it is that you are comfortable with. You want to be honest with your partner. I think I'm done with the article, but you want to be honest about, you know, just what it is that you would like, because you also don't want to like not say everything that you do want, you know, because then you're going to be deprived of the things that you want. And then, of course, you want to have trust with the partner. I wouldn't dare step into some BDSM shit with just anybody. You definitely don't want to do that, because you don't know if you can trust them, if they're going to respect your wishes. You don't know, you feel me, like, if they are the person who you want to engage that with. I feel like it's also a mental thing. So you just want to really be careful about those things. So really, trust and honesty still go hand in hand with BDSM all the way. Because like I said, you have to have consenting relationships. Yeah, it's just as simple as that. So, enough about the article in itself. I want to kind of talk about some of the things that I am into, or some of the things that I've discovered while practicing some BDSM practices myself. Last week I already touched on this. Well, I let Sadea tell me what it was that she was into, and I kind of agreed with it because I love this as well. So edging is something that I'm definitely into, and what edging is pretty much another word for orgasm control. So basically, you wait until you get to the edge when you're just about to climax, and then you stop. And then what you do is you wait a little bit, and then you start to do it again, and then you stop every time until you are actually ready to go ahead and come, or until your partner allows you to come. So I like to use it in a form of punishment, honestly. Like, I want him or her to tell me, like, no, you can't come just yet. Or, you know, like if I'm being punished right now for doing something, you know, for misbehaving, because I am a brat. And I am very submissive. Like, I am a switch. However, I feel like I am more submissive than I am dominant. Especially since I have not had too much experience with being dominant. So, but like I said earlier, I feel like so the sub has a lot of power. So it's like I still feel like even though I am in this submissive state, I'm still dominant at the same time. I feel like when you are giving, head to your man or to your woman, you're dominant in that moment. Even though you're doing what they said do, like if they said go ahead and suck this dick or eat this pussy or whatever like that. Even though you are the sub by doing what they say, I feel like you are still dominant in that moment because you are in control of their pleasure right now. I feel like I'm not all up in the camera because I'm trying to stay up with this mic. Let's move it over. But I feel like you are, in control of the moment. I feel like I saw this tweet and it totally defined what I feel it's like to give a man, at least in this sense, a man head. I can't remember word for word what she said, but she was just saying like the power that you possess when you are able to control this man's come or control his orgasm with your mouth. Like it's like just something about it. It's just so sexy, and that's what makes giving, fellatio so sexy, honestly. Like I have the power to make you weak in my mouth, and it's not like weak like you're less of a man or anything like that. I hate it when guys take it that way, but it's more so like weak to your knees. Like it's like I'm able to do that for you. I'm able to make you feel that way. That's more so what it is. So you still have power in that moment. I feel like I'm still dominating in that moment. So that's kind of more along the lines of dominance that I love. Don't get me wrong, I still want to whip some ass too. I still want to, you feel me, like make you have orgasm control. I still want to, you feel me, tie you up, sit my fucking pussy on your face while you're tied up, all that stuff. But those are also some little things that I like to do. I like to do things that are very subtle. Like it's taken a while for me to get into the confidence that I have now. But I feel like with this new gained confidence, it's allowing me to finally get out of my shell and do those other types of dominant things. Because I wouldn't have dared to, like in the past, even before my relationship, I wouldn't have dared try to sit on someone's face or, try to whip a man or anything like that. Now it's like, nigga, strip your ass down before I whip your ass type shit. Like I'm not afraid to do that now. But I have to also be in the mood to do that because, like I said, I'm more so submissive. I'm more so the person who is wanting you to tell me what to do next. Like, it's not like I'm just waiting, like sitting there and I won't do anything or whatever. It's just more so I like it when you tell me what to do. I like it when you spank my ass. I like it when you feel me, just like flip me around or whatever and talk shit to me because I talk shit back, but okay, let me stop telling all on myself right now. But yeah, so I those are the things that I do like as far as well, that's one of the things that I do like is orgasm control. I love it when like you are eating my pussy. Like I'm very weird about head during sexual intercourse, only because like in my relationship, it was a lesbian relationship, so it was a lot of head going on, and head is the way that I can orgasm, like not just come, but orgasm, like when I feel weak and I no longer want anymore, like I'm sensitive, don't touch my body, don't do nothing, I'm good, type shit. So, but now it's like I still want the head. Don't get me wrong, I need the head. But it's like I don't need it at the same time. Like I don't have to come from it. And most of the time, especially if I'm having sex with a man, niggas sometimes don't know what the fuck they doing down there. And I know you need to guide them, and I do sometimes guide them, like, okay, well, I need you to be on this side and stuff like that. I don't have no problem with doing that, but it's like the hassle of doing it. It's like, so it's like, for one, that it's just like, just give me the dick at this point. But not only is it like that, even if you are giving me some good head, I still am so wet and so horny to where it's like I want the dick inside of me. Like I need to grip my pussy around some dick. Like it's like that for me. So I don't know what that even is about. I don't know why. I don't know. And it's something sexy about watching a woman give you head. So it's like, it's not that it's not sexy when a man does it, because it is. I be making videos, y'all, with my little fuck buddy. And I come from watching him give me head and stuff like that. But at the same time, when we're actually in the act, I close my eyes. I don't know why I do that, but I just do. When I am having sex with a woman, I love to watch her. It's just she's so beautiful, and she's just down there eating my pussy, and it's just so like amazing, especially if she can do it really well. Oh yeah, I'm watching you. If I can see you, because my food will be in the way, like like a motherfucker. That'd be another reason why I just go ahead and close my eyes too, because I'm like, I can't see you anyway. So it's like, and I'm not about to sit here and stick it in. I need to be in my most comfort zone ever while I'm receiving this play, you feel me? So, but yeah, back to what I was talking about. Shit, told you I'm a little lit. I'm about to pour up a little bit more while I'm talking though. But yeah, so like, oh shit, orgasm control is, it can be done in that way when you're giving me head, or it can be done when, you feel me, you're like penetrating me. Like I just love orgasm control. I don't know why. It's just something sexy about you telling me what to do. It's another thing about me being a sub. Just yeah. So other than orgasm control, of course I love being spanked. And let me not say of course, because there are some women that don't like that, and I completely get it. Maybe you just don't like to be hit. Maybe it's a trauma thing. For me, it's not. And another thing that I want to destigmatize while I am on this subject is, just because someone is into BDSM, someone is into getting spanked or into some of the rough parts of BDSM, that does not mean that they've suffered trauma in their life. I've never suffered any type of trauma, no sexual trauma, no abuse, physical abuse, anything like that. And I love BDSM. I love it. It's just thrilling. It's just something about being close to the end, or I don't know, just on the edge. Like how I said, I love blood choking. And somebody asked me, was I, like near death before? I'm like, no. I've never been manhandled or anything like that. It's just something about it. It's sexy to me, especially when I know like it's not a thing where you're really angry at me. It's a thing where it's like I'm being a brat right now, and so you're trying to make me shut up. It's just like, I don't know. It's just sexy to me. So I want y'all to stop thinking that it is something traumatizing or anything like that. Because as we just heard from this article, it's something that's dated way back. And it's just something that people just had gained pleasure from, honestly. And it shouldn't be looked at as taboo anymore. I mean, the reason why BDSM ended is naturally because when the church came into play, you feel me, that's when people wanted to start getting, having moral, respect, or these different morals and things like that, and they wanted to kind of do things by the Bible and stuff like that. And I honestly think it was some white male figures that was like, no, you can't do this, and no, this is wrong, so we're going to dictate and tell you guys how to live your lives, how life is now, But, yeah, so I honestly, that's basically how it kind of declined, and then that's when it started becoming taboo. So unfortunately, those things have happened. But what I'm trying to do now, and what many others are trying to do as well, is just try to take that tabooness, or whatever word you want to say, away from it, destigmatize it, and just let everyone know who is into it that it's completely okay, and to ignore these motherfuckers who say that it's not. Hello? So anyways, another thing that I am into is, I'm into a lot of shit. What else am I into? Of course, I didn't even finish talking about spanking and stuff like that. So whips. I have not used my paddle yet. I just recently got a BDSM kit. And in the kit it came with rope to tie me up in, of course. What else did it come with? It came with a whip, came with a paddle, came with handcuffs and a collar, a leash. Did it come with anything else? That might be all. But I have not used the paddle just yet. I've used the whip on many occasions. I've used the whip on someone else. I've had the whip used on me, and it's just been very, I love it. Like, sometimes it do start hurting, so you do need to have a safe word. I don't even have a safe word with Bae just yet. Because I kind of just take it, because it's still, even though it hurts, it feels good at the same time, and that's how it should feel. But it shouldn't hurt to where it's like it's bringing too much more pain than pleasure. If you start feeling that way, then you definitely want to say something to your partner, because that's not how it should be. But the whip is just something, it's another level, and you have to have the right kind of whip, because if you have one of them cheap ass whips, you're not gonna really feel anything. It's just gonna feel like air is hitting your ass swiftly. Like, that's literally all that it feels like, because I've had one. But you want to make sure that you get like a leather one. Those are the best. Oh my gosh, they really are. And with ropes, you want to get some good rope. Like the rope that this kit came with, I don't know if I'm gonna use it, because it doesn't seem like it's the kind of rope that I want. You want to use silk rope. It's a little bit easier on you. It's not as painful and harsh on your skin. It's a little bit softer. And then for certain practices, like we talked about shibari last week on last week's episode, and there's a certain rope that you would use for that, and that's like hemp rope. And then there's 2 other types you can use. And I just purchased some from Sadea. Again, her line is called Holistic, so HOE listic, LISTIC, Holistic Shop. And I feel like I already plugged her in, but I will make sure that she is plugged in onto last week's episode. But yeah, so you want to make sure that you are using the right type of ropes when you are doing it. Do your research, honestly. Like, people ask me all the time, what should they do? I can tell you all day long what to do or whatever, but you still want to do your own research. I don't understand why people don't want to do their research. They just want to ask somebody and wait for an answer. And I'm like, Google is right there. Like, I ain't trying to say don't ever come to me, because I want y'all to always feel comfortable with coming to me. But I do want y'all to do your own research, because I could be just saying just any old thing. Anybody can say any old thing. Wikipedia could be saying any old thing. So do your research, do your Googles, and get the right information. But yeah, and if I'm ever saying something that is wrong, don't be afraid to check me and tell me something else. Like, I love it when y'all let me know, like, hey, you said that it was this, but it was actually this. Tell me, so that way I ain't out here sounding like a dumbass. Come on now. But yeah, so use the right type of rope. And what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else pertaining to that. I think I was just going to talk about being restrained. And I talk about this all the time. Get you one of them motherfucking spreader bars. Them bitches, that is my friend. Don't get the metal ones. The metal ones suck. From what I can tell. They look like they suck, though. They look like they can easily break. Okay, something just dropped. I don't know. But they look like they can easily break at that. Like, they don't seem safe or seem like they have a lot of durability or anything like that. So get you the right type of spreader bar. The one that I got, I said like last time, it's like Velcro. Matter of fact, is it over here? It's not even over here. Oh well, I was gonna show it to the video, but it's cool. It straps on Velcro, so your legs and your arms are strapped onto it via Velcro. And the actual bar itself is like made of some type of like not flimsy, but it kind of like, it can kind of bend a little bit, but it's a hard material. I don't even know what it would be called. And I was gonna look at the box. Pause for a second. Hold on, let me find it, because I have to tell you guys. I got it off of adameve.com. I'm gonna put my link in the description box. Did I do it last week? I don't know. It was a tough week to remember anything, so I'm gonna put it in this week's episode. I am an affiliate once again, so I want you guys to click on my link, use my link, and definitely go ahead and look up the spreader bar. So give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna show y'all the name of it. Ooh. I'm back. Okay. So the line is Scarlet Couture Bondage. This is what it looks like, guys. For those of y'all that are looking on YouTube or on my website. They don't say it. I'm trying to say easy escape, adjustable handcuffs, Velcro closures. Kinky fun. Yeah, it don't even say what the material is. That sucks. Oh, here it goes. It is leather. That's what it was. So it's made from vegan leather. It has a little bit of metal in it. And it's very durable. Like, I was trying my hardest to get out of it. I'm pretty sure I could have if it was like a dangerous situation or whatever. Oh, Lord, my nose itch. But it was still difficult to get out of. It depends on how tight he fastens the Velcro or whatever. So shoot, sorry y'all, it's late. But it's Velcro, and I was trying so hard to get the fuck out of that shit, and I could not. And it was pissing me off the first time that I had ever used it. I used it on my old Scorpio Bay, and I was like pissed because I'm like, get me out of this, because I want to feel. I'm a person that likes to feel. It don't have to be a thing where it's like I want you. Like, it's not an emotional thing. It's more so I want to feel. Like, it's just touch. The intimacy of sex is just a motherfucker. Like, I want to feel on you. I want to touch you. That kind of turns me on even more. Feeling. I love nice chests. Like, you know, like if you got a 6-pack or something like that, I like to touch on that. I like to feel the warmth of your skin, your body just brushing up against mine. It's all a part of sex. But anyways, I like to feel that element, and I like to beat on you if you are hitting my spot just right. Like, and I've said this on numerous occasions. Like, it's like I fight in sex. Like, I punch you and I slap on you and stuff like that if you're just hitting it so good. And it's not a thing where it's like I feel like I want to be let go. You just hitting it right, you know? So, and that's something I do tell, you know, people before I ever have sex with them. It's like, I hope you're okay with being beat on. And I don't mean in an abusive way, but you know. But so it'll definitely keep you bound, you know. Oh, I put too much on. So there's definitely one thing that I do suggest. Also, of course, your handcuffs and things. I need to get a hog tie. I really want to get one, and I think that I am going to go to my girl Blue Jay's website. She has some. Also, Blue Jay, she has her own line, and I am a terrible friend. Hold on, because I done forgot the name of it, because I know her by her brand name, but her sex store name is so creative, it's so cool, and I don't forgot it. I'm terrible. So don't charge it to my mind and not my heart, because I have been all over the place this week, and she just released it the other day. And You can get 10% off by using code edibles if you go onto her website. Just saying. But I want you guys to go onto her website as soon as I find it right here. My little iPad is like so slow. But she is amazing. She has the hog tie on her website, and it's the perfect kind. The reason why I'll even want a hog tie in the first place is because I want to be restrained to where my hands are behind my back. I want to use it for like a cops and robbers scenario. Like, I want to be, of course, the naughty robber who done got caught, and I'm trying to get out of jail or whatever and unbound. So I need to ask, you feel me, how I need to ask if I can like have permission to be freed type shit. I want that type of dynamic on a role play. I've not role played in so fucking long. It's been such a fucking long time since I've done something like that, and I can't even give you a reason why. It's just I have not done it in so long. So the next time that I do it, I do want to make sure that I do like that scenario, because it's always been a fantasy of mine. And yeah, I want to do it to where it's like I'm trying to beg for you to let me out, like, and then I have to like suck your dick, like, type shit, or eat your pussy. Because if I have a woman do, oh my gosh, because I'm used to being the dominant one with women, at least in recent times, or when I'm like first talking to a woman and they want me to. Whenever a woman starts trying to talk to me, I feel like they just know, or feel like I'm just super duper experienced with women. I mean, I guess you could say that because of my last relationship, but it's like at the same time, like, baby girl, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've ate pussy. I hope I'm still good. I do. Like, seriously, like, I be trying. I really be trying to like tell these people, like, look, don't just, you know, judge a book by its cover, or judge me by what you see, because I don't talk about eating pussy too much anymore because it's been a while since I've done it, and it's like I don't want to mislead nobody. I mean, I know what I like, and I know what I used to do to my ex, so those are the tips and things that I do. But every woman is different. Every dynamic is different. Like, you don't know how her pussy is set up. Everyone is completely different. What the fuck? My iPad is doing some trippy shit, and I don't even know my password to my motherfucking Facebook by heart. I'm gonna tag her in the damn thing. So, Jay, please don't. Jada, don't get mad at me. I'm just terrible. I have a terrible memory. I have a terrible mind. Please don't get mad at me. But I will put in her website into the description box. I will also put in the code. She has a bunch of amazing stuff on there. I did go on there and I was shopping around, like window shopping, because when I am ready to place my order this weekend, bitch, I already know what the fuck it is, and it's already aligned in my cart, as long as it's not even sold out. Even if it is, I'm gonna tell her to put it off to the side, and I'll give her the money now, and you feel me, I will pick it up from her personally. So either way, go and visit with her. I have so many friends that are coming out with their own sex toy lines, and it's so amazing. I am so proud of them. I have a childhood friend, Erotica Steele, coming out with her line as well, and I will of course be promoting her as well. I want all these black women to shine. I talked about Sexplicit by Kenya on a couple of my videos when I did some reviews for sex toys. I got a beautiful wand from her. My second favorite color is pink, and it's so sexy, like, for real. That fucking wand, oh my gosh, it's so powerful. I love me a good wand, because y'all know I love clitoral stimulation. So that motherfucker got some kicks to it. And then like I said, Holistic Shop, I got my bondage rope from her. I have not had a chance to use it just yet, but once I do, because shibari is a practice that I do want to try. It's a BDSM practice that I am trying to you know, learn more about, get into. We talked about it last week, but basically it's a unique Japanese style of binding up someone with that rope. And like I said before, it's a specific rope that you use. I bought the hemp rope, and she's already done sold out. She just got it in stock. I hurried up and got me 2 of them motherfuckers, just so that way I can have enough, just in case. Because I knew, especially as soon as we talked about it last week on that episode, I knew the people were going to jump to it. So, I'm telling y'all, I be knowing. Nah, but for real though, like I want to do shibari so much, but the way that my pussy and my mind is set up, when I am horny and I'm ready to go. Like, and it don't take much for me to get horny. All you gotta do sometimes is just touch me, give me a certain look. Eat my pussy. Normally I'm already horny before you eat my pussy, depending on what we've done before, what type of foreplay, or, but when I am horny, I get super duper soaked. You would think that I already done came. So it's like, if I'm already at that state, and now we're trying to do all this tying up of the shibari shit, because that shit takes time. That shit look like it's going to take an hour just to put together, at least. And I'm like, I don't know if I got that kind of patience, but I really want to try it. Like, I really, really want to try it. It looks so cool and beautiful. But they even have shibari specialists that can do the shit for you and stuff. And I'm like, can I hire somebody to come and tie me up and then have Bae come over and fuck me? I don't know. So, but yeah, so I definitely want to learn how to do that. And yeah, so that being said, I think that I've talked everyone's ears off enough. We're gonna go ahead and get into the edible anecdote, the moment you all have been waiting for.
So you can enjoy being the sexual human being that you were born.
Y'all get to see me editing as I go. I'm trying to not have to do too much before I have to post this episode in the morning. I just want to post it, or I just want to finish editing it, or put it all together and go, honey. Alright, I'm back. So like I said, last week was a beautiful time. It was stressful because it was like trying to get to that point. So I was trying to get all my shit together for the photo shoot. I was trying to, I had so much shit packed. You would think that I was going on a real vacation. I only left for the weekend, so 2 nights. And I only went to Cincinnati, borderline Kentucky. It's like that whole border or whatever, Covington. I went there to the Radisson Hotel. The Radisson is a pretty huge hotel. It's pretty tall. And every room has a balcony. Unless you're on the lower levels and things like that. It has a balcony, though. And in the balconies, or not in the balconies, certain balconies are facing just like the highway or the back of the hotel, so you don't have much of a view. But you can also request, if there's enough available, you can request to have a city view, so you'll be looking at the skyline of Cincinnati, downtown Cincinnati. It's a beautiful skyline. It's of course extra. They're gonna upcharge you for that, but it's well worth it. And so that is what I went ahead and booked, because like I said, the reason why I went there, the general reason, was to go and do that photo shoot. So of course I wanted to have the city skyline in my photos. Why wouldn't I? And I was just going to stay that one night, but I was like, okay, I can use this as an opportunity for a self-care night, A. And then B, I was like, if I feel like it, only if I feel like it, I will invite my little boo thing over, which I did. And I told him in advance because I'm like, I wanted him to call off of his job because he works so much, but I wanted him to actually get off so that way we could have the weekend. So that way he wouldn't have to drive back and forth to Dayton to Cincinnati or whatever. I mean, it's not a long drive or nothing like that, but who really wants to waste that kind of gas? Gas starting to go back up a little bit, and also, like, I'm like, why get up early and then you have to go when we just was up all night fucking? Especially what if I want to fuck you in the morning, like, because I normally do. So, anyways, long story short, this nigga did not call off, so he ended up, you know, telling me all that stuff, but he was like, I'm still coming regardless. Like, I don't care how late I get off, I'm still coming to you. I'm like, okay. It's like I figured that he would, but at the same time, I'm like, by the time you get here, it's going to be super late. I'm probably going to be sleepy or sleep, or you're going to be sleepy and too tired to do anything. Boy, was I wrong, because this nigga came, because I stayed there from Friday night until Sunday morning. So Friday night, he got off really late. He got off at 2 a.m. He normally gets off earlier than that. And he gets off at 2 a.m. and still makes the little hour drive out to where I'm at. And he comes. He didn't get there until like after 4, I want to say. And so when he comes, he takes a shower. I had already ordered room service way earlier in the day, but I mean, I got a little microwave, so warm the shit up, let him eat. I ate, and then I want to say that we got straight to it. A little battery about to go dead. Let me hurry up. But I want to say we got straight to it, but I can't remember if it was just like straight to it. However, by the time we started, like I said, he didn't get there till after 4, so we didn't start fucking until like after 5 at least. And the sun was starting to come up, and we wanted to get out there on that balcony, so we was like, damn, is the sun coming up? We need to hurry up, because it's like I didn't want people to see us. At the same time, I did, but it's like if people were to see us, I wanted it to be a thing where we were out there first and then they came out and seen us. I didn't want it to be where it's like, oh, y'all out here, either way I'm about to come out here and fuck right in front of y'all, like I don't give a fuck about what y'all doing. I didn't want it to be like that. I feel like that would cause confrontation, or it would be kind of rude. However, if you were to come out there while I'm doing what the fuck I'm doing, then that's on you type shit. You can either just go back in or you can enjoy the view. I don't care. I'm a nudist and an exhibitionist, so I don't mind people watching me. But yeah, so we hurried up and we was like, damn, it's starting to get light out or whatever, so let's go ahead. And we was just fucking and it was so beautiful to see, because it was like the lights, I mean, it was dawn, starting to become dawn a little bit, so the glare across the city or whatever, just fucking and watching the light come up, and it was just so, and in the air, just outside air, the nature just surrounding us, and it just felt so good. It felt a little bit rushed. That was the only thing that I hated about it, because we were trying to beat the light and beat everybody coming out or whatever. But it was still amazing. Like it was just amazing. So that happened, and then he went back to the city around early afternoon to get back to work. And then I had the photo shoot later on in the day around dusk. And then after that, he got off earlier, and he was like, I'm coming straight to you, which he did. And so then we went to the sex store, I was planning to get like some vibrating panties because I've always wanted some, the kind where he can control them when I'm not around. But the little pushy sales lady was like, it was like $150, and I was like, I wasn't trying to spend that much. I'm already spending hell at this hotel, and I'm spending other shit. I don't really want. She kept pushing for it, and it was getting salespeople. I don't care what type of job you do, sales wise. I don't care if your job tells you that this is what you need to do. Don't do that bullshit with me, especially if it's 1:00 in the morning. I'm not trying to hear all that. If I tell you no, bitch, I mean no. Don't make it awkward. I don't want it. Okay, I said I don't want it. But anyways, so we ended up like just leaving. I got like a little sex game that we ended up not even playing. So we get back to the place. He takes his shower. We eat, and then he's on go mode at this point because we were like determined. Because every time that we have sex, any other time, we always want to record it because we have some great sex. Like we have movie worthy type sex. And the times when we have recorded it, it wasn't the best. But then when we don't record it, that's when it's like the fucking best sex ever. And that's normally how it is with anything. Like the best moments are not captured ever. You have to go off of memory. And sometimes it's not fun to masturbate off of memory. So I'll be wanting these moments captured. So I brought my tripod. I brought literally everything. Like I said, you would have thought that I was spending the week there. I had hella bags. I had my clothes. My clothes was just in one bag. It wasn't even the clothes that was taking up everything. I had my gadgets in another bag. So all my sex toys. I had my big ass sex pillow that I just purchased. I had my spreader bar that we didn't get to use. My swing was in the bag. I had 2 bags of makeup, basically. I had my equipment for my podcast because I thought I was going to do some recording and I didn't. So I had all this shit with me. But anyways, so he's on go mode. So tripod is set up and stuff. And he's like, all right, so we're going to put it over here. So he puts it close to the bathroom because we had the swing hanging up in the bathroom. So mind you, I told you before that I have not used the swing yet. And the reason being is because my doors here are cheap at the apartment. They're not going to hold me. I'm not a big bitch, but I am a heavy bitch. So too heavy for these doors, at least. So we were determined to do it at the hotel because, you know, the hotel normally got some good doors. You hear me? Hospitals got good ice. Hotels got good doors. Okay? So we were going to do it at this motherfucking hotel. And we put the shit up. We practiced on it. We like, I had him, you know, like hold on to it just to, you know, jump on it and hold on to it to make sure it would hold me. I held on to it to make sure the bitch was sturdy. So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. So we put that shit up. And then we had the camera set up over there first. And we failed at this motherfucking swing. I failed at least because I have no upper body strength. I didn't realize you needed upper body strength for this shit. I thought just to at least get into the bitch, you needed the upper body. No, you need to pull yourself up. And he's not a tall guy. So, like, yeah, so it was like I needed to pull myself up a little, but he's still taller than me, so I still need to pull myself up to a certain level so that way he could eat me out comfortably, or he could just been on his knees, which he was, but it was like, still I needed to pull myself up. I don't know, because it was like I was drooping in the swing, so, and then like trying to focus on pulling myself up while trying to also enjoy the head, it was just not working for real. And then, he was trying to fuck me in the swing, and that part I did need to pull myself up so that way I can raise my pussy up good enough to where it can meet his damn dick. And I started sliding out of the swing or whatever. It was just not working. So we definitely tried. That's something you have to practice on. So the next time we get another hotel, we definitely gonna try it, or just use it on one of our front doors or something. But so that happened, but we did catch it on video record for what we could do. I know before I fucked him on the swing, he ate me out, and it was so good on the swing. Like, he gave me some great hit. And then he's so strong. Like, he could, like, pick me up while in the swing and stuff, lifting my pussy up to his head when he stood up. And it was just so beautiful. And then before I got back in the swing, because I had gotten out after he gave me head. After that, I gave him head. And it was some of the best head. Look, I'm over here talking. I don't know. Y'all, we was on porn star status, and he was in director mode. He was like, all right, you're gonna stand over here, you're gonna go over here, this is how we're gonna do this. And then we did it, and we executed it. It was so perfect. And then we went over to the bed. I had got me a little gag ball. Lord, I was slobbering all over the place with that motherfucker. I had never used a gag ball before, but it was so sexy. I'm like, okay. So we're using the gag ball, and he's like, I'm like, while the gag ball in my mouth, I'm thinking like, oh, we should probably put my hands behind my back or whatever. So I'm trying to tell him to grab the cuffs with this guy. I'm like, grab the cuffs. And he goes and grabs the cuffs, and then cuffs my hands behind the back. And then I had my sex pillow up under me because I always wanted to try one. And then Sadaya last week had told me after the episode that she got this nice one from Amazon. And I'm like, let me go get me one. So I got me one, and it came right in time for the evenings. And I was just looped over that in the bed and propped my ass up, and he was able to fuck me from behind. First, he ate my ass out so good. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome. I love being able to twerk in a man's face, really, in a woman's face too. Oh my gosh, this should be so sexy. But just that visual. So we recorded that as well, but then the recording stopped before he fucked me, which was so terrible. I hate that it did that, but it redeemed, because when we went back on the balcony, it was nighttime this time, and so the skyline was lit. The hotel lights up in different colors at night, so that's like lit in itself. So you're like your room is right up under a light naturally, and it just changes colors and stuff like that. So we're just fucking up under that light on the balcony, and he just, oh my gosh, I don't even have a booty for real, but he makes my ass look like I got the fattest ass on earth, and he slaps it like it's the fattest ass on earth, and it has that perfect sting where it's not like, nigga, you hurt me, but it's like, ooh, okay, yes, daddy, like, hit that ass again. Like, it was so perfect. Everything was just perfect about the weekend, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I needed that getaway. I needed the sex. I needed the peace, the quality time that I did have with myself. I needed it. So I am kind of glad that he did have to go to work so I could have that time to myself. I just needed that whole weekend. I wish it was longer. I do. Oh my gosh, it felt like it went by super duper quickly, and that was annoying, but you know, it was just a beautiful time though. I needed that whole everything, all of it. So that is my edible anecdote. I definitely suggest going on a balcony and fucking. I was hoping that somebody would come out while we were fucking, but nobody came out. So with that being said, we were just, you feel me, like out there by ourselves and still having a good time. I think people heard us though, because they had to have heard us, because I mean, it's not like the rooms were super duper far apart and the balconies are like kind of like at a corner from each other, because the hotel is like one whole round thing or whatever. So it was like right there, and I know like if their door was either open or even if it was closed, they probably still heard me, because I'm a loud bitch most of the time. So yeah. And when he started getting in them guts and skirts stirring, oh, it was over. Because that nigga likes to stir. I'd be like, oh. Oh my gosh. But for real, like I enjoyed myself. He said he enjoyed himself thoroughly, and that's all that matters. That's all. It was just what we needed. So with that being said, I want to thank you for tuning in another week. Even though this was a solo episode, you know, y'all still be listening to me, and I appreciate it, because I try to make these entertaining. I just try to be myself, and y'all fuck with it, and I fuck with y'all. So definitely tune in next week. Y'all don't be sending me y'all's edible anecdotes. I'm trying to be nosy. Y'all listen to everything that I be talking about, but y'all don't ever tell me nothing. So tell me something. Y'all can either hit me up in my edibles DMs, my personal DMs if you follow my personal pages. I give y'all the email every week, ediblespodcast@gmail.com. Send me y'all own edible anecdotes. Let me know what kind of nasty shit y'all into, or send me y'all advice letters. Some of y'all be asking me for advice, like in a comment or something, like y'all want me to answer it right then and there. But send me something I can read it out on the show, and that way you can get more perspective on it from other people. And we all want to hear your business. It can be read anonymously. Shit, I'm not gonna tell your business, but yeah, so send in those, you feel me, if you want to link up, or you feel me, on some business shit, let me know on that too, because you feel me, I got some things coming for you guys. Hopefully quarantine warranting. We'll have a lot of things coming for you, especially by the end of the year. And I'm excited for the direction that edibles is going in. I'm excited just to see the different things, the different business ventures that I've been able to, you know, branch off with this platform. Yeah, like I said, I got a baking business, you feel me? I never thought I would be baking shit for anybody other than my family and myself. But y'all fucks with that too, and I appreciate y'all. So check out the website, www.edibles.org. You can look at latest shit. I need to get on there and update the website, honestly. But you can look at the latest things that have been going on. You can listen to recent episodes, old episodes. I don't have all the episodes uploaded on there, but you can listen to a couple of them off of there. You can also go on the YouTube channel, where I talk about, I upload the episodes on there, and I also talk about, you know, just random shit. No, but I talk about different toys. I've done 2 toy reviews on the different toys that I've been using. So go ahead and check those out. And then I just get on there and whenever I feel like it, and just talk to y'all. You feel me? Also, make sure that you are following me on all social media platforms at Edibles Podcast, everywhere. Also, what else did I want to say? Make sure that you're subscribed, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend and a family member and a cousin 3 times removed, whatever, about the show. Don't be stingy. Get me out there too. You feel me? But, seriously, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate those who have. I'm everywhere. Literally everywhere except for SoundCloud and Tidal. So yes, Google me, baby. I can say that and mean it though. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a great freaky deaky weekend. Happy Freaky Friday, and I love y'all. Peace.